Welcome back to Red Hot Marriage.
Welcome back.
It's going to be a fun one today.
Yes.
Okay, question for you.
Yes.
When we first got married and we were doing premarital counseling.
Okay.
Okay, because we did that. Do you remember how often, what we answered when it said to like, how many times do you want to have sex? That was one of the questions. Do you remember about what we answered? Ballpark? Like every day,
Every day,
other day,
probably every day.
Twice a day.
Probably every day.
Yeah, it was every day.
Every day.
Yeah, every day. And we both answered the same thing.
Yeah.
We've been married already for 30 years, so we know that that was a lofty goal. So today we're going to be talking about horror stories that we have actually heard, been a part of during
those conversations,
questions and conversations and all of that. But let's open up with a story that is really funny. And I won't say the person that told me this, but they're going to know because they listen to this podcast. But when we got married on our wedding night, I had a sweet, sweet friend come and give me some marital advice before we left on our honeymoon. And she said this, Diana.
That was right before?
It was right before, like before
like we finished
I got in the car to go away with you on our honeymoon. She said, Diana, God invented sex. And when you and Erik are together, like God is going to be saying like, go for it. Like, go for it. Go for it. This is good. It's good. He goes, so like, don't hold back. Like, just have fun. And that's what she told me. So the picture of it just got ingrained right here, right on my head. So we get to our honeymoon suite, right? And take a shower. We're getting ready, right? Just, it's beautiful. There's like a fruit tray in our room and flowers. It's just our honeymoon suite. And all I could think of was God, like kind of like opening up the roof of Embassy Suites and peeking in like a peeping Tom, just waiting. Like, come on, girl, come on, let's go for it. That's all that I could think of. I must have eaten the whole fruit tray by myself.
I think you
because
did.
I was so nervous of just like that image. So never tell anyone that, okay? That God is peeping Tom, looking down, delighting. No. So there's things that we as a church, we as Christians sometimes throw around and say things that are just like so silly, right? But yeah, that's one that you probably don't want to tell someone.
Yeah.
Okay. Did God invent sex? Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Did he make it to be pleasurable? Yes, and yes, right? But yeah, just don't tell people that. Not good.
I think we got to think through some of the things that we say before we say them, because we are in our own world, and especially if you've been like around church for a long time, like we've been around church, we've been pastors for so many years, been in counseling sessions with couples that are struggling, couples that are going to get married, and they want to know the expectations of marriage and all those different things, right? And because we're part of church culture, we have a certain language that is easily for us to just flow with. And I think that's when we get into trouble in saying, not trouble in a way, but just the things that come out. If you don't think through them, they're not going to hit the way you want them to hit, right? And help people.
No, for sure.
And I think that we need to be more aware of that.
I think that as pastors, we've always had the heart to like sit with someone and honestly tell them, especially when we're doing premarital, like, hey, this person, not for you.
Right.
This is not a good idea.
Yeah.
And we're honest with them. We don't believe in the blanket of like, everybody get married. It's amazing. No, it's so hard. And if people are going in with that mentality of like, hey, the more people that we marry, no, it's not about that. It's like, are you compatible? Is this truly the person that you can carry out the plan that God has for your life and for his life or her life, right?
Yeah.
It's not just about like, let's just marry everybody because love is awesome. It is awesome. But marriage is really, really challenging too. And if you go in there with a romantic approach of like, everything's going to get better, you're setting yourself up for a lot of heartache in marriage. Yeah. So I'm thinking of when we have couples that come and sit with us and we do counseling. We love using SYMBUS. SYMBUS is amazing. It's saving your marriage before it starts. And that assessment really helps us see the couple what they're going to be facing, unpacking it with them slowly and doing that. So if you are maybe thinking about getting married or maybe you're engaged, highly recommend you can go on our website.
That's a great tool.
We'll share that.
That's
and
a great tool.
We can book a 15-minute free consultation, and we can talk to you a little bit about like what we can do through Simbas and really sit with you and help you and your fiance really think this through. But one of the horror stories that I can think of is a couple that they were thinking about getting married, and we were going to be seeing them in a coffee shop. A lot of red flags. It was like their whole Simbas was a red flag.
I remember.
And sitting with them, we're like, okay, what are we going to tell them? Honesty.
Yeah.
That we're going to be honest with them. We think this is a terrible idea. He's not ready. She's not ready. And for them to go into this, they're going to set themselves up. We're going to be looking at a divorce very soon because they need help. They need professional, like
individual help. Help first. Yes.
Help, right? And you have to sit with someone that is going to be honest with you about those things. I remember they had booked the venue. They had already started buying a lot of the different things, and they broke up in front of us. And thank God that they did.
Yeah.
Because that would have not been a good setup for anybody.
For me, that is a great success.
It was actually a success.
It was because you rather happen right there in a premarital class that you bring up. And I think it goes back to in that session, we did an incredible job, like unearthing some things that really they were not thinking about. And it became crystal clear that it was not the right time and it was not him or her for that moment and to get married.
Yeah.
And I think when we walked away from that session, we both like turned to each other and we're like, how sad, but man, so good. I'm glad that they decided not to, because it was a horrible pairing.
Yeah.
Horrible.
Yeah.
And we had the opportunity to be there at the end. Of course, we prayed for them. We prayed for them.
But they were like, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, because everyone is kind of egging them on, like, get married, everything's gonna get better, blah blah blah, and we're like, oh, time out, like let's deal with these things that are not going away. They're not, and they're like, thank you for telling us, like this is good, this is not bad, you know. And I think that that's so important for us to be honest with the people that we're sitting with, and we're seeing those things. Some things, yes, you can work through them, but some of them are honestly like, no, it's a stop sign, and we have to have the courage to say that. We've also come across couples that they just want to get married because they want to have sex. That's it. That's like the only reason.
The urgency.
The horniness is the urgency. And that part, it doesn't work that way. Like, you have to see the person. What are they bringing to the table? Is this a person that is going to be, I love what Romans says, that we are heirs together of the grace of God. Can this person be an heir together of God's grace for your life, or no? Right? And we see couples sometimes that are so unequally yoked that there's that pressure that we have of like, well, we just really, really want to sleep with each other, so we're just going to get married so we can just have sex. And then they get married, and then they have sex, and they're like, oh, okay, now what? Like, we have nothing really here. And it's sad. It's sad that they come to that place of realization when they are already now here, right? So I don't know. What would you say to couples that are in that? Great.
That's part of the premarital conversations that you want to really extend that and dive deep into that. And that's why you, like, if you want to have set up your marriage to be successful, good premarital counseling, one that is honest, it's going to be right on target, because it's going to be a conversation that is organized to cover all those topics, to cover your communication style, to cover like the reasons why you're getting married. And if that's one of the reasons, man, like you pull up a chair, sit down. We're gonna talk about that for a while, right? And because it's got to make sense that you're taking such a life altering step for that reason or for any other particular reason, and we're gonna ask why. It's got to be more than that. That's part of it. We don't deny that, but that cannot be like the force behind why you're so urgent. The urgency behind it. No, and I think having good premarital also slows down the process.
Yeah.
So like that, you really have to think through it and be in agreement. Think through all your mess that you're bringing, all your baggage.
Yeah, and we're very honest with couples because we tell them like, hey, this is our story. This is where we had, this is what we've walked through too, and what we've had to do to kind of step away from it, because we're honest. Like, hey, we did things the wrong way when we first started.
Yeah.
But then once we got engaged and we were planning our wedding, we're like, all right, we can wait. We can wait until that moment. We can then honor God with this season of our dating and really honor each other as well.
Yeah.
So there's always a way to go around it and go about it in a way that honors the person that you're going to marry, but also honors the Lord most importantly.
Yeah.
So it's possible.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, I have another horror story.
Okay, do share.
So it is a horror story in a certain way.
Okay.
But I had been mentoring this couple, and you and I did I think the Simbas, or talked to them, a couple times. So they were not going to have a big planned wedding, but finally they decided to. The day came when the wedding was the date for the wedding, and the day of the wedding, the gentleman had some problems with just acting out sexually, right? And he had been honest with her, but he had been working through it, and he had been working with me on that. So the day of the wedding, he came up to me, and like an hour before
the wedding,
before exchanging vows,
yeah.
And he comes to me and asks me, "Hey, Erik, this is what I did. What do you think I should do?" What do you think I said? I said, "You need to tell her.
Don't tell her."
Yeah, I said, "You need to tell her. You need to tell her. That's part of what we've been working on. You being honest and assuming the responsibility of whatever happens, right? You don't want to hide it. You assume responsibility. Yeah, you messed up. You take ownership, and let it be what it is, and you're ready for it. And if she calls it off, you reset the date, you work through it, and maybe it is over, or maybe you can. There's still a possibility where you can work through it. And I prayed with him, and I think 30 minutes later or so, he came back and he said, "Man, I talked to her. I told her, and she says that she wants to move forward with her." I said, "Okay, well, I need to talk to her." So I talked to her and confirmed and I said, "Are you still okay?" I mean, this is something that is ongoing. It's not like the problem was not known, but the timing of it was so, problematic for what was about to happen. So they got married. Great couple. They had a great Simbas, like a great marriage conversation throughout the process. But that was pretty scary. Like, for him, like that he had to confront that at that moment.
Possibly losing everything.
Yeah.
But I love how brave he was, and even coming to you and saying that and confronting it head on, because he's starting his marriage the right way.
Yes.
With honesty.
Yeah.
And that is going to establish him for the next time. Should there be another slip up? Should there be like, hey, I need to go to her and I need to do this now, rather than when you start hiding and you go into marriage already hiding, you continue that cycle. That is vicious, for years and years and years. And that was so important that he was able to have that and have a mentor that would tell him that, like, be honest.
Yeah.
Be honest. So Good job, babe.
So that was so good. I was so proud of him.
Yeah, that is so good. I think that something that we come across a lot is when we're counseling couples, it's the sexual part that comes up. Like, hey, I'm addicted to porn. Hey, I've been masturbating. You name it. Like all these different things, right? Like, how do I navigate this with my partner? Many times, the couple will want to meet with us individually to tell us these things because they're so ashamed, first and foremost, right?
Yeah.
They're so ashamed of what they've been doing in secret that they don't want to bring in their partner on this. But it's so important that you do. I think that a great question to ask when you're dating, ask the person that you are dating, right? Whether it's a guy or a girl, right? That you're sitting across, say, hey, what is your relationship with porn? Don't ask, do you watch porn? Don't ask, do you masturbate? No, what is your relationship with porn?
Yeah.
Is it daily? Is it weekly? Is it monthly? Is it hourly? I don't know. It's so important to know those things because this is going to set up your relationship for honesty, but also like, all right, maybe we do need to deal with this before we even step into this marriage thing and this committed relationship. There's help that, needs to be done here before we even,
Such an honest conversation.
sign. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we've seen that multiple times.
We have.
In the premarital stages, and some of the guys have been so courageous. I tell you, for the men on the men's side, to confront this and to be honest and bold to confront it with honesty and humility. That's strong.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And we are passionate about working with them because we understand that when it is a porn problem, there's more than a porn problem there. It's never just porn. There is an underlying issue for whoever is the person that is addicted in here, where there is deep, maybe even familial trauma. There is something that has happened there that has caused this individual to stay in this addiction as long as they have. And that has to be confronted because when you get married, that is going to come undone and it's going to be unpacked in horrible ways.
Right.
So we rather address it then and there. Those are some of the few stories that we can share that have been success stories more than anything, even though it sounds like terrible, but they actually really helped the people that were walking through it, and they're in a good place now because they walked through it.
Yeah. The overriding observation in talking about these cases, it's also that there's always an opportunity for you to get healthy. There's always an opportunity for you to confront it, an opportunity for you to continue to grow past it, but only if you're honest.
Right.
Only if you're able to acknowledge it, only if you're able to say, yes, that's me, and I need help. And that takes courage. That takes guts. It doesn't matter if it's the guy. In general terms, is normally the guy that's struggling with pornography and acting out. In my case, the cases that I've been able to talk through and help guys with, but there's women too that struggle, and it's your openness and your ability to say, I'm struggling with this before we even get married. I want for us to enter in marriage in honesty and for everything to be known.
Yeah.
And if you're able to do that, guess what? You're going to enter into a relationship with honesty and with trust. Like the build up of trust that you do in your spouse's heart by saying that, by doing that, it goes a long way in you building trust in them when you acknowledge and are humble enough to say, I need help. I'm struggling with this. And before we get on this journey, I need to address that.
The only way.
What a powerful conversation.
Yeah, I agree. The only way that you can be fully loved is to be fully known. fully loved, you got to be fully known. And that is a risk that we take when we enter a relationship.
Yeah.
But that is ultimately what God wants us to have here in this world. That when we enter into a covenant marriage, that we come completely bearing all of it.
Yeah.
This is it. There's no fig leaves covering any part of my body. I am fully known to you.
Yeah.
But I want for you to also be fully known to me. So hopefully, they can take away something from this episode, that honesty is so important in marriage. And if you are engaged, or you're thinking about getting engaged, or maybe you just want to explore the possibility of maybe, could this person be the one that I want to spend the rest of my life?
Right.
Let's talk.
Yeah.
Let's talk. Yeah. Because we'd be happy to plan a wedding for you or help you break up. So,
yeah,
because we want to have successful marriages that thrive, that honor God, but that are really living that red hot marriage life.
And the only way of knowing is for you to be honest.
That's right. That's it. I think we unpacked this pretty good. Thank you for watching this episode, and follow us. We are on every platform on social media: Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. See, YouTube. Go and follow us. Give us 5 stars, please, and give us some comments. We want to hear from you. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time. Let's do this.
Let's do this. Let's continue building
a red hot marriage. I love you.